Mizkif has absolutely fucking destroyed Mitch Jones. It's usually rare for online content creators to bring their online dramas into the real world. The only other scenarios off the top of my head I can think of is the recent Sniper Wolf shit, and I don't really count the kick drama with those streamers because it's all scripted bullshit anyway. But basically, what has happened, Mitch Jones has on stream provided a clip that was given to him from some house's security cameras of an incident that occurred between him and Mizkif. I'll show you it now so you can see it.
I need to talk about something pretty serious. This situation has been fucking me for months, and I still have
So it's been
lasting
happening,
issues from this
it
situation
happened a few months
physically,
ago.
emotionally, mentally, whatever. Career wise, it's affecting my entire life. Mizkif physically assaulted me to the point that I was told I might have to have surgery on one of my arteries, and I had to still have a concussion. First, I'd like to start by showing the damage that was done to me.
Alright,
Okay, so he's got a
so
bit
there's that.
on his neck.
I guess I got socked here first. And I also have like swelling over here. Yeah, I don't know. I got fucked up. My brain hurts hella bad.
It seems like he has actually had damage done to his tooth as well here.
Alright, that is the damage that was done to me. Here's another video when I was getting a CT scan. I was at the hospital all day getting multiple scans.
At the doctor, getting my head checked, getting a CT scan. I have bruising from where Mizkif hit me. He definitely socked me here, here. Here's where I think I got knocked out and then choked me. I have bruising everywhere on my face. Hopefully I don't have a concussion. Also, my tooth got fucked up. I'll get that fixed though.
Okay, so that was the damage done to me. Alright, so back to the story. I was at his house, we were arguing, and then I asked him for a ride home. I get in his car, we're still arguing, and that's when we drive past this part of the neighborhood where the camera caught the assault, and I have the evidence right here.
That's definitely Mizkif's car. Random house.
So that was right before the assault. This is directly after the assault.
Trash! Want to do it again? Huh? You said you could take me 7 times. You didn't listen to yourself, you're drunk and on cocaine. I tried to talk to you as a friend, you're treating me like shit. You figured I'd kill myself. And all you can say is fuck you. It's all you do is say fuck you. You treat me like shit. You said come on. You pulled me out of the car, you said let's go. You can't say let's go.
So I got knocked out cold, and a major issue with this is that he continued to beat on my face so badly that my tooth became dislodged, and then strangulated me to the point where I still have the scars on my neck now, and I was so majorly concussed that I still have symptoms to this day. Yeah, I have all the evidence right here. This happened on September 26, 2023. I have the doctor's note right here when I went to the hospital and got multiple CT scans. I have post-concussion syndrome, and I have sprain to my ligaments of my cervical spine. It's all right there in the paperwork. 2 days later, I tried to stream because at the time my stream was doing really well. This was during the hardcore era of my stream, right after my subathon, and I was getting record viewership, and I was actually just having a great time with friends in the guild. So I tried to stream 2 days later, and I covered this up. I just said that I got into a car accident, and I just didn't want to deal with the drama at the time. I didn't, this is a big thing, and I didn't really know how to handle it, nor was I in, my brain was still completely tapped, and I remember streaming this day was very difficult for me. I might sound a little shitty today. I got in a car accident yesterday, and my throat is completely fucked. Like, as you can see, the seatbelt kind of wrangled me.
Will there be a
I have
new
like a
season
black
intro song
eye.
with
Like,
Optimus?
I got fucked up. There's a lot of people around Mizkif that I have a lot of respect for, which was one of the reasons that I considered not going public with this. But considering the fact that he is lying to multiple people behind the scenes and downplaying what happened here, I feel the need to defend myself. I've been isolated completely from everything, and that's fine. I don't really need to be in those friend groups. It's not about that really, but there are a lot of people that I have respect for, and I'm no stranger to contentious relationships, and I'm no saint. But when it comes to extreme violence and assault of this nature and life-threatening injuries, I feel like dude needs help. Here is the paperwork of the damage done to me from the doctor. Loss of consciousness of 30 minutes or less, initial encounter. Sprain of ligaments of cervical spine, encounter. Strangulation. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I'm just gonna say, like, bro, I've known you a long time. We were friends. I lived with you. I know we've had our differences, but you don't beat someone unconscious, especially when you know they're that drunk and that inebriated and that intoxicated. The rate of fatality is way higher, and he knew that I was messed up. What are you doing, man? You could have killed me, dude.
You're probably wondering why I'm not giving too much sympathy towards Mitch Jones right now, even though he's provided a lot of video evidence and documentation regarding this alleged assault that has happened. But I wanted to go over one or two things that I have picked up from this, as well as context from other streamers that makes me have second thoughts on what is actually happening here and should we actually be feeling sorry for Mitch right now. This is clearly Mizkif's car. I know that he has an Audi R8. He gets out of the car.
So that was right before the assault.
Right
This is
before
directly
the
after
assault.
the assault.
And then he cuts to directly after the assault. Why would he be cutting out the assault in the first place and presenting it to the public space, posting it online cut like this? You could say that maybe he doesn't want to show the footage of the actual violence taking place, but it's almost as if it's been intentionally cut this way to show what exactly happened in the situation, and just seeing the after effects where Mitch probably thinks that we're supposed to be feeling empathy and sympathy towards him.
Trash! Want to do it again? Huh? You said you could take me.
Clearly, Mizkif is being very aggressive here at the start. Mizkif then says, "You said you can take me 7 times."
7 times. If you can listen to yourself, you're drunk and on cocaine.
He said that you're drunk and on cocaine. Now, I'll get to that a bit later.
I tried to talk to you as a friend. You're treating me like shit. You figured
Trying to talk to you as a friend, but you treat me like shit. This seems to be something that has been escalating over a longer period of time. It's not just a random instance.
I'm gonna kill myself. And all you can say is fuck you. It's all you.
Mitch is more concerned about his tooth, which, you know, to be fair, I'd probably be concerned about my tooth as well.
Do is say fuck you. You treat me like shit.
The way that Mizkif is saying what he's saying, he's obviously very emotional and tension is very high right now. But it seems like there has been an ongoing problem between the two of them behind the scenes, which has led up to this moment.
You said come on. You pulled me out of the car. You said let's go. You can't say let's go.
Mitch said, "I didn't think you would punch me." Mizkif said, "You can't say, let's go." From this edited clip from Mitch and trying to put the pieces together of what has really happened, it almost seems like there was a heated verbal confrontation between the two inside the car. I am believing that Mitch has tried to puff up his chest a bit and is starting to talk shit and probably trying to intimidate Mizkif, trying to bring the idea of having physical violence with Mizkif, and Mizkif has clapped back at him. Now, the next clip I wanted to share with you is from Alinity, who wanted to have a couple of bits and pieces to add as context to this whole situation. I generally try and take anything that Alinity says with a grain of salt, especially after the whole Patchyboi situation years and years ago, but let's have a look at what she said.
I think of that. Yeah, because I heard that he had gotten in a fight with some other person that I'm not gonna get involved in this. But I know that there was another person that he was fighting with.
So this isn't the first
Actually,
instance.
And there was someone else that he almost got in a fight with
It's not the second
a
instance.
few days after that. Like at a Halloween party. He was fighting another person. And he had to get kicked out of this party. Mitch was just fighting people. Like, he was just fighting everyone. Showing up to places where nobody wanted him. And just fighting people. And then he was crying because he doesn't get invited to shit.
So clearly this is a recurring instance where Mitch Jones is trying to pick fights with people and talking shit and trying to farm sympathy from people when he doesn't get included. There is also another streamer you might have heard of called Canute, who also had a little bit to put in as context for the situation.
That sounds like a scam. Sounds like a scam. It most likely is a scam when it's Mitch Jones. I can guarantee you he has
done several things.
Yeah, he has lied over and over again.
So then we don't care. We support Mizkif on this.
Of course I would have done it. Even if it beat him up, it would have been well deserved almost. I'm just kidding. Sorry for that joke.
Now, that wasn't even the first time Canute has come forward and called Mitch Jones a liar. This is another clip from quite a while ago that kind of builds upon this context.
Number one, Mitch is lying all the time. We have seen that. He tells one story. He talks, as I pointed out here the other day. He says whatever he thinks the person he's talking to wants him to say.
So clearly Mitch is a repeat offender of this sort of thing. He seems to be a compulsive liar on multiple occasions. I don't think that the edited clip which he is putting forward to farm sympathy from people is quite working out the way that he hoped, but he has actually put out a post on Twitter regarding his final statement. So Mitch Jones has just posted this final statement about being assaulted. When I decided to share what happened to me at the hands of Miz, I knew that certain things would be taken out of context in relation to the incident. Being on the internet, I know the gossip channels, fans, and others will try and jump on conclusions on either side and try to decide on or justify certain points of view. Now, I don't think people would even have to try and decide and debate on what's happening if you release the entire clip. I am not going to argue with anyone. I want to clarify and set up my clear and final public statement on this assault. To be clear, the reason that I came out publicly about this matter is that, one, I wanted to get this off my chest as I'd been sitting with this and hearing rumors about the incident which were not true. Well, he noted that the reason why he went back to streaming as if nothing happened was for, one, his channel was doing incredibly well at the time, due to classic WoW. His viewership and numbers have probably gone down since then and needs a little bit of a boost. That's a bit of a tinfoil hat opinion. Two, it's probably very embarrassing to get absolutely decimated by someone like Mizkif. Obviously, he is a fucking unit. I would be very embarrassed by that. Two, I want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else. And three, I don't see how this would happen to anyone else. I want to highlight that violence is not the answer to an argument. Well, in the clip, from what Mizkif says and the tone of his voice and the emotions that was going on, it seems like that you were trying to bring violence into the argument in the first place. And unless you show us that clip, Mitch, we're probably going to continue thinking this. The clip is the only way to really justify yourself. I want Miz to take responsibility for his actions. I do not plan to take any legal action or personally push this further, but if I have to, I will. I feel like he wouldn't want to take legal action because the entire clip will probably show that he was bringing on that violence in the first place. While I don't want to continue to talk about this, I realize that certain out-of-context statements could be confusing. To stop people from jumping to conclusions or pushing a narrative, I'll be correcting some wrong information and owning what I did or did not do. I will not be appearing on any podcasts or shows to talk about this, so please don't ask. Here are the facts. Yes, I was intoxicated. I'm not proud of the situation, but my personal mistakes do not justify or warrant being assaulted based on a verbal argument. So yes, he confirms that he was intoxicated at the time. Yes, I said some things that were not nice, and so did Miz. We were in a verbal argument going back and forth, and in the heat of the moment, we both said things that we would not have said otherwise, but nothing that was said justified being knocked unconscious and choked and strangled. Now, I don't know about your moral beliefs, I don't know what the laws are where they are, but my moral beliefs are that if you lay hands on me, or you are suggesting that you are going to have physical confrontation with me, you're threatening me in some sort of manner, I will defend myself. 3. There was not another person involved or a second incident with someone else. This is referring to Alinity. This is just fake and stated by people with other motives or trying to create false narrative. Miz did this and assaulted me in what was a heated verbal argument. Why he decided to attack me is not something I understand or agree with. Show the clip, please. No, I did not physically pull Miz from the car or make any aggressive contact with him in any way. The statement that he made in the video was that by our verbal argument and statements, I pulled him from the car. I never hit him or physically engaged with him, but I was choked, punched, and attacked. No, I do not plan to be releasing any more incident-related documentation, so he doesn't want to show any of the actual evidence. I'm putting this out to set the matter straight and don't want to continue to go back and forth with people about this. The truth has been clearly stated and I want to make sure everyone knows where we are with this. The facts are the facts, and while you may not like what I contributed to this situation, nothing gives the right for another person to put another person's life in jeopardy over a verbal dispute, unless you are threatening them. Taking a stance that someone deserves to suffer what could be life-threatening injuries for mere words leaves us all in a worse position. Having a bad day that you aren't proud of should not justify someone trying to almost kill you. I truly appreciate the support that I've received and always knew that coming out with what really happened would be unpopular. The facts of this issue are incredibly obvious. Anyone who actually knows what happened has privately acknowledged this situation. With all this out there, I hope that this can be used as an example of what not to do in a similar situation. Hopefully someone can learn from this and we can turn this into something that is positive. And yes, I worked with my lawyer to write this because I am bad at writing stuff like this, but the truth is the truth. Yeah. It seems like most people here are disagreeing and asking for the full clip so we can draw a proper conclusion, have proper context, because absolutely no one is believing what Mitch has to say. So what do you think of the situation? Do you think it was justified what Miz did? Do you think that the clip should be released? Or do you think that Mitch is right?